Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Sid, aka Vicious274, coming at you with another episode of Every Sneaker Pickup Has a Story. So if you watched my last pickup video on the Jordan 5 Oregon, I ended it off saying that you could I've been getting into sneakers, and I've been pretty much noticing them everywhere I go. So you know how when they say they like to people watch? Well, when I go out in the streets, I sneaker watch. I basically see what's on people's feet. Like when I go to the mall, I'm checking out the stores, but I'm also checking to see what people are wearing on feet. That's just something that I've done. And, I don't like to be too evasive about it. Like I don't go staring at the people's feet. No, it's just in passing. I'll take a quick glance and be like, all right, I like those. Cool. It's just something I started doing ever since I got back into sneakers. And this kind of explains how I got this sneaker right here. So this is the Air Jordan 3 Fire Red Denim. And this one is a very unique sneaker because, well, first let's do the 360. It's primarily white. And if you notice on the bottom, it says Nike and it has Nike Air on the back. But this is not an OG colorway. Normally, the Nike on the bottom and the Nike Air on the back is left for an original colorway of when this shoe was first released, which was in 1988. But on the heel tab, you'll notice that it's translucent, and on the leather is where the Nike is printed. The Air is on the heel tab, and then you have a translucent Jumpman. So they incorporated both logos on this sneaker. Why they did that, I don't know, but I think it looks hella dope. The colorway itself is, it's a primarily all-white sneaker, basically goes with everything. But why did I get this sneaker? How did I find out about this sneaker? What happened was, my daughter and I, we went to go see a movie, and I believe it was the Doctor Strange, the multiverse movie. I forget what the whole name of the movie was. I think it might have been called The Multiverse. But anyways, watched the movie. It was all right. My daughter's a huge Marvel fan. She has to go and see every Marvel movie. I'm a huge movie buff. I love going to the theaters. Even if I don't like the movie, I'll just go with her. But we're leaving the theater, and as I mentioned before, I'm always checking out to see what other people are wearing. And generally when I see what people are wearing, I know the sneaker. I recognize it. But somebody left the theater wearing this one, and I was like, I had never seen this sneaker before. Now, keep in mind, I was really into sneakers when I was younger in high school. Kind of lost track on sneakers and then got back into them around 2020. And I wasn't really like gung-ho like I am now about keeping up with what's going to drop and when. And I even know it's going to drop in 2024, and it's not even the end of 2023 yet. But that's because, I follow a lot of people on YouTube. I watch reviewers, Instagram, this, that, and the other. I'm informed now. But when I got back into sneakers, I wasn't that informed. So a lot of the times when I'm walking or scrolling through Kijiji or Marketplace and I see something, I'd be like, I wasn't really thinking about getting that shoe, primarily because I didn't know about it, but it's a nice shoe. It's a nice sneaker. So I didn't know the name of the sneaker itself, but I knew it was a Jordan 3. So I basically did a Google search for white Air Jordan 3, red and black, and basically just put the colors that I remembered seeing on the guy's feet. And because when I saw them, I was like, those are nice sneakers. I need to find out about those. So luckily, found out that they're the Fire Red Denims, and saw closer images because the guy was like, when I saw him on his feet, he was walking away from me, and from afar, they look good, but sometimes when you get a little closer, something that looks good from afar can be kind of when closer you get to it. So when I saw the images, I noticed that the reason why they call it denim is because the elephant print here and around the eyelets and on the heel, it's a denim material. Now, generally, it is more of like a leather with a little bit of a smooth nubuck suede feel to it, and the actual elephant print is its actual grooves, where this is just a flat denim. And from doing that research, I wanted to get in-hand looks of it as well, up close. So I started watching some reviews on YouTube, And apparently this sneaker was slept on because people didn't like that it wasn't the traditional elephant print. And I get that. There are some die-hard sneakerheads out there that everything has to be the way it was, or at least as close as possible to the way it was. And I get that. There's a lot of people out there like that. For me, when I saw the reviews of the video, I was like, you know what? It actually doesn't look that bad. The only thing that kind of drew me away from the sneaker, I mean, obviously not, but because I have it, but is this translucent tab here. It will eventually yellow. Now, it's yellowing a little right now. There is ways to get rid of that yellowing, primarily UV lights. So if you have like a UV lamp, you could shine it on there. It'll get rid of most of the yellowing, or you could just leave it in the sun and stuff like that. When I got these were completely clear. Now, over time, I got these in May of 2022. And they were completely clear. Now there's a little bit of fogging, little bit of yellowing, not that much, but there is some fogging to it. Honestly, I like it. I think it gives the shoe character. Everybody who knows sneakers knows that parts like this that are translucent are going to yellow. So they kind of like that because it shows the age of the shoe, the history of the shoe. Some people completely hate it, and that's why they stay away from sneakers like this, which is another reason why the sneaker was slept on. But I saw the reviews, and people talked about the leather quality. That was like the one thing that they liked the most. And I can tell you, the tumble, like, it is crazy tumbled. It is a beautiful leather on this sneaker. So I was like, you know what? I like it. I know it's not a hype sneaker, but I buy what I like, and I'm going to see what I could find, how much I could find it for. Again, because not many people were into this Jordan 3, it was kind of hard to find somebody who was selling it in my size. So I believe I found them on Facebook Marketplace or Toronto Shoe Exchange, because I know for sure that we were messaging through Facebook Messenger. So it was either TSC or Facebook Marketplace. And he had them brand spanking new, never used. I guess he had bought them, but again, wasn't impressed with them, or maybe he was a reseller. I didn't ask. But he was asking $380 for them. And I knew that the market at that time was roughly around that price. People were selling other sizes from between $350 to $380. So I said, we'll meet up, and so I could check out the shoe. Now, where did we meet up for this one? That is what's not coming to my head right now. I do these videos on the fly, and because I want it to be as authentic as possible when I'm telling the story. But I am pretty sure that he came to my store. I'm almost positive that he came to my store. In fact, yes, I am. I am positive now that he came to my store. And he actually gave me a little bit of like the side eye when I told him I wanted to legit check them. But he was like, well, bro, I have the receipts, and I have this, that, and the other, the brand new, never used. And I was like, listen, I get it. Having a receipt is a bonus, but people can have receipts for anything and just swap out the real shoe for a fake shoe. So you really do want to legit check your shoes. And I even took out my UV flashlight, and he was like, seriously? I was like, please do not take any offense. I just do this because I got into a situation when I was just getting back into sneakers where I bought a fake, and I promised myself that would never happen again. So I did my thorough legit check on these, shined them on where they needed to be shined, no ghost stitching, and bubble was glowing. These were completely white. I miss what these looked like when they were completely white, but like I said, I wear all my sneakers, and I'm not gonna regret it. But yeah, having said that, he came in. I legit checked the shoes. He was a little, taken back by it, but I told him not to be offended. It's nothing against him, and it was really just a pretty straightforward transaction from there. He chilled out at my store for a few minutes while I was checking. We had some conversations. And I'm pretty sure I didn't ask him why he was selling the shoe. I generally try to ask those questions just to see what they'll say. But I honestly, in my heart, believe that he was just not a fan of the sneaker, and probably didn't want to return them, because when you return sneakers to retail stores, especially if you have an account. It could affect your credit history, I guess, credit history for getting picked for drops that come out in the future. Like if they do like a reserve, but they see that your history is buying and returning, they may not pick you for that reserve. So I can understand that. So that would be my assumption. I'm not saying that's exactly what happened, but I'm just glad that I got these. Now again, I did pay $380 for these. I checked on StockX Canada, and right now a size 10.5 is going for about $360-ish. So a little bit less than what I paid for. However, if you buy it at that price, then there's the tax, the processing fee, and shipping. So I believe after all of that said and done, this will come out to just under $400. So I mean, yeah, I paid $380, and lowest ask on StockX right now is $360. However, after all those fees, you're looking at a $400 sneaker. So I still got a pretty good deal on these. Am I going to sell them? I don't know. I always mention that, if I'm going to sell them or not. I mean, you can always sell a used sneaker. Some of them you may be able to break even on. Some of them you may be even to make money on, even though they're used. All depends on the model and the hype, the demand behind that sneaker. But again, it's not always about buying the hype and what everybody wants. Sometimes you see a sneaker and you're just like, I like it, which is kind of like this story, but it's also a different story. All right, guys. So again, that was the Air Jordan 3 Fire Red Denim. Very cool sneaker, very comfortable. Air Jordan 3s are probably one of my most comfortable silhouettes to buy. I mean, right now I've only had Jordan 1s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, but I have tried on 6s. They're okay. No, 7s I don't like, 8s I don't like, 9s I don't like, 10s I don't like, 11s I do like. I don't buy them because I have tried them on, also very comfortable, but I just don't think they look good on my feet. 12s are okay depending on the colorway. 13s I have tried on, very comfortable, but again, don't look good on my feet. 14s are slowly starting to grow on me, but I don't think you're ever going to see me purchasing a 14. Don't know if they're comfortable, and it also really depends on the colorway. But again, so yeah, next story, that's a different one. But going forward, wear your sneakers because that's what they're made for, and keep them loose-laced. Peace.